Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is E-Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective and timeless reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to deliver to us as a message. And today we're going to be starting off with a newer deck that I have. This came in the mail the other day, so I thought I'd use it. It was actually quite cheap, so I just thought, you know, why not? It's the holiday season. I'll get myself a little something, and yeah. It was on for a nice deal, so I thought, you know, let's indulge. And it's actually quite a cute deck. It's the Neoteric Feminine deck, so it is actually all females. So there is just different. It's all the same depictions as the normal Rider-Waite, but it's got kind of a vibe of, it's modern, so it has that vibe of being like I guess the modern Witch Tarot, if you know that deck, but it's just all female, so every character is a female. Oh, that's a great one. I like this strength card one. It has I forget what that condition's called, but it's where you have patches of like different colored skin, and you see people with that, and they look really interesting and beautiful, and I like that they depicted one here with the strength card. That was cool. So yeah, and there's also like all ages as well. Like there's some older women as well, like her, and yeah, just lots of different types of women in this deck. And I don't know, I kind of liked it. I just went with it. Yeah, some divine feminine energy going on here. So we're starting off strong with that today. We'll see what messages are going to be brought today. The deck also really shuffles nicely. It has a nice feel. And with us today we have our bear totem to guide us as well. And we also have the pink adventuring stone as well. Or I should say crystal. To guide us today. So we'll see what comes in for us. We already got a card here. Four of Swords. Yes, I love this. It's she's seeing an esthetician and getting a face mask and some nice self-care. So I love that for Four of Swords, because Four of Swords is all about taking time, taking rest when we need it. So perhaps that's something that's coming in for you right now, which will be very, very nice. The holidays are coming in, so that's a perfect time to indulge. Give ourselves some TLC. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Okay. I'm going to get a few more cards first here. Maybe you're getting some relaxing time, and it's going to give you some new ideas, new insights. Ace of Cups as well. Wow. So lots of new stuff coming in for you. Maybe it's because you're taking that rest that you're getting a lot of energy movement now. I love the feminine. Like, it's got roses, and this one's, I think, got lilies, like water lilies. Oh. Yeah, okay. So we have Knight of Swords here. This is a great Knight of Swords. He's on a bike. Or I should say she is on a bike. I like it. I like these purple clouds, the pink grass. Something about that. And then we have the Five of Swords. Interesting. So some disagreement going on, but it seems like you're going to be victorious in this situation. Not that there, you know, sometimes there's no winners or losers. It's just, you know, unfortunate chaos, but I feel like maybe this is something like you're holding your own in a situation where before maybe you would have not stood up for yourself. Because you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords here. So it's sort of like you taking time for yourself and realizing that you need care as well. Yeah. This card popped off in a funny way. So I kind of feel like it was supposed to fall. So I'm going to take it. It's the Eight of Cups. It's moving on. Which fits appropriately considering there's a disagreement here. I think maybe sometimes the holidays I don't know if this is pertaining to holiday time, but sometimes we can encounter people from the past or like family or old friends that want to impose dynamics on us from before that feel like they don't match who we've changed into. Like we've grown and we've matured and we've changed, and sometimes people want to impose an old belief about us onto us, like, or how they used to see us, they want to impose that back onto us. But I think right now you're learning to stand in your own power in a way. Like you have the sword here presented to you, and then you're wielding it as the knight, and then you got the Five of Swords here. You've won the fight and gotten all the swords. So I feel as though you're learning new emotional understanding of your situations, and maybe even you've learned that you don't even need to participate in that Five of Swords energy of, you know, petty arguments and disagreements. Maybe you're learning to master that, because the swords are all about, you know, the mental headspace, right? And you have a lot of swords here with the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So it's sort of like you're learning to walk away from those situations, or learning how to keep your power and walk away. Because sometimes we can retreat and run away, but other times it's about, you know, stating our boundaries, stating how we feel, and then moving away from that energy and saying, I'm not going to participate in that. So maybe there's some people that have been in your life that try to bring out an old energy that doesn't suit you anymore. Yeah. Something that you've grown past, that you've learned that you don't want to participate in anymore. You want to be, you've seen the other side, and you want to move towards that new state of being where you're not in this energy of competition and, you know, narcissism and you know, one-upmanship. You're not up for that anymore. You've decided, you know what? I'm over it. I'd rather go and do this thing. And you're very unbothered. You're not going to let those people bother you anymore, to the extent that it bothers them, because they're kind of like, what the heck? This used to get this person riled up, and now it doesn't affect them at all. What the hey, you know? And, you know, it's like you've understood where those emotions come from. You've understood now. You understand now what where that was coming from, the wounds that was being triggered, the way that you're being controlled through your emotional reactions. And that's giving you new mental clarity, to the extent that you know how to kind of fight back with that sword now. You know how you see the game, to the extent that you're like, okay, I know this person's trying to trigger me. I know this person wants to cause a fight, or this person wants to get a certain reaction, but I'm not going to give it to them. I'm going to have a, you know, maybe a quick, clever response and walk away. So that in such a way that it leaves them scratching their heads, because they're like, what? That's not how this, you know, so-and-so used to react. Why aren't they getting triggered like they used to be? Like, maybe because sometimes people, they get fed from having you react or respond in a certain way. But because you're learning that you care about yourself, you care about your boundaries, you care about taking care of yourself and not letting others into your auric field that are going to mess with you, you now know how to defend yourself in a way that doesn't necessarily cause that fight. It resolves it in a way that you're not the one that's hurt in the end. You're the victor. But you do that without stooping to their level. You're victorious because you actually take the high ground. And you're kind of like, well, I'm not going to care about what you have to say. I'm going to do what I want to do and not be bothered. Not being bothered is like one of the greatest things you can do to like, you ever see like when there's like one dog that's really not well trained, and it's barking and barking at this other dog because it wants to be the alpha so much, but then the other dog is just not even reacting to it. And it almost makes the other dog be like, "Rah, rah, rah." You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like the other dog, but you see, as the observer, see the other dog that's quiet as the alpha in that situation because they're not bothered. And that dog knows it too. So it's sort of like you're like carrying that energy. The energy and ability to walk away from situations that no longer serve you, walk away from people that no longer resonate with you. You're just, yeah, really unbothered. It's great. It's pretty powerful. I'm loving how these cards match with my candles. I don't know if it's kind of related, but like all these purples right now are really, yeah, very pretty. I like this deck. I was a little bit skeptical when it came in and just thought, oh, hopefully these images resonate, but I think they do. It's nice to have a sort of a normal tarot. That makes sense. Okay. Labradorite. All right. So labradorite is about, seeing intuitively, seeing the bigger picture as well. But it's also about getting help as well from something beyond ourselves. So it might be that you're getting wisdom from your guides to help you navigate these situations. Because maybe before you almost wanted to avoid them because things always fell apart, things always like devolved into a situation where you walked away feeling really bad and just really triggered and drained. So you almost wanted to avoid them. But now it's like you can go into the fight and not come out that way, not be bothered. And there's something about like, labradorite, it's all about like magic within you, right? Like power within you that you're learning to harness. And it might be your intuition playing a role in this, in that you're seeing people's motivations for doing this. You're seeing how they think, how their mind ticks. And that's helping you to not be bothered because you realize, where something comes from. If someone's saying something mean or like using cutting words, it's like you're seeing them more clearly in that, this isn't a person I need to care about. I don't need to care about their opinion, but I also see where they think that way and they talk that way because of their own wounds. It's about their own like self-hatred, not about any hatred of you. It's not about you. And labradorite, contains that energy of healing as well. So maybe, you acting in this way, in a powerful way, is going to be very healing, not just for you, but for others around you. It's going to make them reflect on their actions more. And the universe is very mysterious, and labradorite indicates like the magic and the mystery, right? The unseen. So maybe there's going to be unseen help, but maybe it's also like the way you act is sort of this unseen magic. Yeah. And meaningful coincidences, synchronicities as well. So it could be that something will happen in a synchronous way that's going to let you know that you're taking the right path with something. I'm not sure what that is, if this will be an argument or just resolve. It could even be resolving things as well. But I think like maybe if you enter into conflict with someone, it's going to make things very clear to you that, it's the right decision to walk away because this person's walking away, right? They're moving on. They're taking this new understanding from their Ace of Cups and transforming it into a new journey. Yeah, let's get, I'm just gonna take sorry about the noise. I have such a funny situation here where everything's just kind of stacked in funny places, and sometimes I have to tower things, and eventually I'll get a space where I can really have a good setup. Right now everything is on chairs. So sometimes things go falling, and that's okay though. Sometimes things just have to be chaotic for a while before they settle. Plus it gives me something to really be excited about. Someday I'm going to have a really good space for doing tarot. There's an ambulance going. Oh. Dietary change. Not sure how that fits in. Yeah, that wasn't, I don't think that was the card, to be honest. Wasn't listening. Sorry. I'm a little unfocused today. I think I'm kind of fighting something off, to be honest. Oh, there we go. There's the card. Body changes. Well, there you go. Maybe it was the card. Okay, so, okay. Yeah. So, it's a little difficult. I think maybe you've been going through some physical changes as a result of maybe some dietary change as well as physical activity that you're doing now. And you're going to look very different when you come into contact with these people from the past. And they might not respond in a way that's very kind. Or it might be something that really gives away what they think, if you know what I mean. Like, it might be like they're not happy for you, like they should be. Or they're sort of, it's like jealousy or like, I don't know. There's like really, yeah, yucky energy here. Like they're not happy for you. Or they're kind of saying something like snarky or backhanded to you about it. And it really gives you clarity about who these people are in your life. Like, wow, I don't know if I want someone like that around me that, you know, doesn't want me to be healthy or is triggered by me being healthier or looking better. Like, whew. Yeah, that's tough. 'Cause some people are really competitive, right? Or they just feel like, and it's not about you, it's about their own self-image, about how they think of themselves. And sometimes people are bothered by others. Like, we should always celebrate others doing well, but sometimes it's human in some people's nature to take that as a threat or take it as, or it just makes them feel bad about themselves, so they turn that anger towards you. And it's really not fair. It's not how it should be, but sometimes people react that way. So that's something you might have to be aware of. People being a little bit, competitive. Yeah, there's really this energy of competition here with this, because this is like a competitive cycler too, right? And it's like, yeah, like words, like quick words, yeah, like argue. There's just this energy of arguing or saying things without thinking. But, it's important that you don't run away from this, because you need to see these people clearly. You need to see who they are so that it helps you to walk away more easily. Yeah, that's kind of the lesson here. Unfortunately, I know it sucks. It's not what it's not what you wanted, but it's sometimes it's just how people are. It's not about you either. It's not your fault. It's not, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just that sometimes people get triggered. And sometimes it's the weirdest thing that triggers people. Right? Like, yeah. Get a Stranger Things card here. For some reason I'm getting one of these. Yeah, one. 4 spokes, 4 cups, yeah. Maybe this is going to help you take an opportunity because it's going to help you leave something behind that's been holding you back. Yeah, they're saying exactly. So, this is something that's been maybe it's been nostalgia or like feeling like you want the familiarity of people around you, but sometimes you gotta let things go. Sometimes you gotta move on. Like, you can't let others hold you back. Or even like try to comfort their feelings, like make them feel better. Like, some of us have a real people pleasing issue where we want to, even if people don't deserve it, we want to make them feel better. But we don't always have to do that. It's not about, and we can hold them back from their own growth by doing that. Like, sometimes people have to work through these feelings. And sometimes that means they face something a little ugly about themselves. It's not our job to protect them from that. It's our job to move on anyways and show them a better way by standing in our truth, standing in our power, to not give away our power because it bothers someone else. Maybe that's a lesson they need to learn. And your lesson is to not be bothered, to choose a different path that doesn't involve people, who kind of don't wish for your success. Sorry, this reading feels very negative, but like sometimes it's like how the holidays feel like they should be always good, but sometimes, family fights happen, or like there's silliness that goes on, and it's like, this isn't how it's supposed to be, but sometimes that's just, how it goes. The Finch and the Peach, romance. I think that you're moving on to something better, something that might be more suited to you. Like a new romantic partner, maybe. Like someone, maybe that's what these body changes are going to bring in as well, because maybe you feel like more confidence, so you feel like you want to put yourself out there more, or maybe you want to, you feel more like comfortable in your body, or like you want to get with someone, or maybe it's just going to be a chance that you meet someone. Because sometimes, like, labradorite can be unexpected, like something unexpected happening. So maybe you will meet someone as well, and that might be part of why there's, this energy of like jealousy, of competition. But honestly, you should just be glad that you find something really that makes you happy. You shouldn't be bothered that it bothers other people, right? Let them be bothered. Yeah, like there's a sensual energy with the peach as well. Like, it's like you're really engaging with that part of you. It's been asleep for a while. Yeah. And maybe it just bothers other people because they're used to a different version of you, or they want what you have. Like, maybe it's, you meet someone important, and you know how sometimes people in love, they just have this glow about them. Sometimes they're like, yeah, they just kind of glow, and maybe that might trigger some people because they're like, why don't I have that? Or, yeah. So it's like your vibration goes up, and you're vibrant. Hmm. Yeah. And I think this is something really good, something really exciting happening for you in your life. And you shouldn't let others take away from that. You shouldn't let others like take away from your happiness. You deserve happiness, right? Like, don't let others being upset about your happiness take away from your happiness. That's the main thing here. I think you should take away from this reading, of nothing, if nothing else. Can I get a couple of you cards? I'm going to finish this off. Yeah, what should they do to... Yeah. Stand in their truth to help them stay strong in this situation. Storm. Oh, there's two here. We got the storm. There are storms that come in and change. Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep knocking things over. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. As within and so without, there are storms, a coming and a change without doubt. Yeah, so it's like this stirs up a storm, but it's also like the storm's good, and it's bringing change. It's bringing like movement and like and change that's going to make others be bothered and jealous, but it's not all bad. Telling stories, oh my god. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? Yeah, so there might be an energy of gossip here as well. Like someone, they might gossip a bit about this. But that's not your problem. Like, I wonder too, actually, if someone has been gossiping about you and the truth is going to come out here. Yeah, they said that's it. So, maybe there's someone kind of talking behind your back and it's been, hidden from you, but actually it's going to come to light now. Or maybe that's what this argument is going to be about. Is about how people have been telling themselves stories about you that aren't true about who you are. Throat got a big tickle in it. So I get the sense that, this is a storm you have to like keep yourself steady through, to not let them try to throw you off by talking nonsense about you. Maybe it's also about telling your own stories, like telling the truth about yourself, like standing in your truth in the face of these stories. I think my book fell. Oh no, it's right here. It's going to be quite the mess after. Yeah, because telling stories, I'm curious about that one. Yeah, speaking up for yourself is definitely indicated by telling stories, so you might have to stand in your truth pretty strongly here, which is not easy. It's definitely not easy, especially around people that have like been around us since we were small, or we've traditionally been fearful of, or we've always just let them like kind of walk all over us. Like we get kind of used to that, and then when we have to take a different path, it feels scary, but I think you need to do this. And also, what kind of stories are you telling? Are you speaking, words of hate, or are you trying to speak love into the situation? I think that's important to think about. I think standing in your truth in a way that is loving to others and yourself is the most powerful path you can take. It's a harder path, but I think as long as you don't let the situation devolve, like you don't get on that level where you're, slinging mud with them, I think that's what's most important here, is to keep yourself from going to that level of, like a lower vibration, right? Gathered energy, challenge, and change is indicated by the storm. So this is a new energy for you. This is a new way that you're going to stand up for yourself. Standing in your truth is like, I think you're gathering energy for this, because I think this is coming, that it's inevitable. And it also indicates, storms clear away things, right? They take away what's no longer necessary. And we have the Eight of Cups here, so something's being cleared away. You're walking away from something. And maybe it has to happen in a stormy kind of way, like a big fight or something like that, but I think it's okay that happens. Like, I think this is part of your transformation. Like, they're ominous. The storm feels ominous. But it's a time where you can make the best of a situation. You're supposed to hold on through the storm. You're not supposed to fight the storm, right? So maybe this is a test for you. And storms often come, we're on the cusp of something. Like we're on the verge of a breakthrough with something. So it could be something like that. Like where something happens that's a little bit, unexpected or chaotic, or it's kind of like, this is the last thing I wanted to happen, but it's ultimately for your benefit, for your good. Yeah, like, the storm will pass. And I think you're going to remain strong in that. In a way that you're going to be proud of yourself for doing it. You're going to realize because of that how much you've grown, how much you've spiritually developed. Because you don't let the old things bother you. You don't let the old words get to you. It's a new world for you, where the past patterns have dissolved and you're becoming someone brand new. You're emerging as someone who's not going to take that shit. And you're going to stand up for yourself, stand for your truth in a way that will affect everyone around you. Really make them reflect and make yourself move into a new phase of life, because you're going to leave behind what's no longer necessary. Yeah. All right, I think that's the end of the reading. I'm sorry it wasn't very, dealt with some serious things, but I really do think this is a positive thing for you. Like, this might be like a last hurdle, but I think it's a really good thing to happen. Sometimes we have to have one last shebang before things really set off, but I think it's going to be good for you. Yeah, I think it's going to show you how strong you really are. And how much you are ready for this new phase of your life. So yeah, be proud and stand grounded and stand in your truth. All the things that you've learned about yourself and about your heart is going to be put to the test here, but it's going to be a good thing ultimately for your benefit. Yeah. All right. I hope that was helpful. If you like the video, you can subscribe to the channel or like the video to see more videos. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. All right. Take care.